Dear young and restless writers, producers, and longtime fans. Let's get one thing straight before we dive into the messy truth. This is coming from a place of love. Real, loyal, can't change the channel kind of love. The kind of devotion that's kept me glued to Genoa City for decades through every paternity shocker, wedding interruption, and resurrection from the dead. But lately, that love, been tested, not broken, but stretched thin like one of Victor Newman's half-truths. So consider this both a love letter and a wake-up call. Because what's happening on the young and the restless lately, it's bold, it's baffling, and sometimes it's downright exhausting. First things first, the spark isn't gone, but it's flickering. There's no denying Y&R still has the bones of a great soap. You've got legacy families, powerhouse actors, and 50 years of emotional equity that no streaming series could dream of matching. Yet, somehow, the fire that once burned so bright has cooled to a careful simmer. Once upon a time, every episode felt electric, whether it was Catherine Chancellor facing down Jill in a war of words, or Nikki clutching her pearls as Victor delivered one of his growled ultimatums. There was danger, romance, and stakes. Now, too often it feels like we're watching beautiful people politely talk about problems in the same coffee house, day after day. Where's the scandal? The unpredictability, the heart-thumping drama that makes you yell at your TV. Sure, we've had glimmers. Claire's introduction brought mystery, Tucker's chaos adds spice, and Philly's continues to be a walking wildfire. But too often, those bursts of brilliance fizzle before they catch. You've got all the right ingredients, you just need to stir them up again. Can we talk about the new generation? Let's be honest, the younger set in Genoa City is floundering. Noah's off somewhere painting sunsets. Faith pops in like a ghost. Johnny and Katie are practically aging in real-time purgatory, waiting for their big storyline moment. And Connor, poor Connor, is carrying more trauma than a 10-year-old ever should. It's not that the new generation isn't talented. They are. But they're rarely given the kind of material that makes stars. Remember when Nick and Sharon's teen love affair shook the town? Or when Billy's rebellion nearly destroyed the Abbotts? The youth once drove the heart of Y&R, but now they're more like background noise to the grown-ups, never-ending boardroom battles. If you want to secure Y&R's next 50 years, you've got to make viewers care about who's coming next. Let them fall in love, make huge mistakes, and take dangerous risks. Stop protecting them, soaps thrive on emotional risk-taking. Speaking of boardrooms, can we leave Newman Enterprises for a minute? There was a time when Y&R's corporate intrigue was thrilling. Mergers, betrayals, secret takeovers. It was like Succession before Succession even existed. But now, it's starting to feel like déjà vu with slightly different seating charts. Do we really need another round of who's CEO this week? Between Victor, Victoria, and Nick, how many more times can the mustache pull strings from behind his office desk before it starts to feel predictable? The Newman and Abbott empires used to symbolize power, family, and pride. But lately, they've become soap quicksand. Once a storyline lands there, it slows down to a crawl. Let's take a walk outside the office. Give us adventure, unexpected pairings, small-town stories, and shocking personal secrets. Genoa City may be fictional, but it's supposed to feel alive. Right now, it's starting to feel a little too corporate for comfort. The women deserve better, and you know it. One of Y&R's strongest legacies has always been its fierce, complicated women. From Catherine Chancellor to Phillies, Sharon, and Nikki, these were women who owned their mess. They made mistakes, but they were never defined by them. And yet, in recent years, it feels like too many of the women have been written into emotional corners. Sharon's intelligence and resilience, underused. Philly's fire, often reduced to chaos for chaos's sake. Even Victoria, once the heir-apparent powerhouse, has been stuck in an endless loop of manipulation and romantic self-sabotage. Give these women the complexity they deserve again. Let them drive their own destinies, not just orbit around the men in their lives. Y&R used to celebrate women who were both vulnerable and fierce, who could run empires and still cry in the dark. Bring that balance back. Stop teasing legacy returns without follow-through. Every few months, there's buzz about someone big returning, a fan favorite name dropped like an emotional grenade. Could Dylan come back? Is Adam leaving for good this time? Will we ever see Sheila Carter again? And while the nostalgia hits every time you tease us, it's starting to feel like emotional clickbait. When you do bring someone back, it should mean something. A return should shake the foundation of Genoa City, not just fill airtime. Give those comebacks purpose, not just fan service. The romance reboot. Give us love that hurts in the best way. Let's face it, soap fans live for love stories. But love on Y&R lately feels more like a polite arrangement than a wild, can't eat, can't sleep kind of passion. Remember when Nick and Sharon were forbidden perfection? When Jack and Philly's chemistry could set off fire alarms? When Lily and Kane made us believe in redemption? We need that again. We need couples who challenge each other, who fight for love like it's oxygen. And yes, we need heartbreak, betrayal, and redemption arcs that make us feel something. You can keep the triangles and the scandals, but let them come from a place of raw emotion, not recycled plot mechanics. Don't forget the heart. At its best, The Young and the Restless wasn't just about who owned which company or who cheated on whom. It was about family, about loyalty and loss, about how love could save or destroy you. Those moments, Nikki's relapses, Jack's grief, Sharon's strength after tragedy, they remind us that this isn't just a show. It's a mirror for life's beautiful messiness. Somewhere between the takeovers and test results, that emotional heartbeat has softened. It's still there. You can feel it in moments like Daniel reuniting with Heather or Victor quietly admitting fear. But it's time to let the heart lead again. The bottom line. This open letter isn't meant to tear you down, it's a plea to rise higher. You've built something extraordinary, something that survived the death of countless daytime dramas. That's not luck, that's legacy. But legacies can't live on nostalgia alone. They need courage to evolve, to listen, and to take chances that might just tick off the audience before winning them back again. And if this letter does tick you off, good. It means you care. We, the fans, aren't asking for perfection. We're asking for passion. We're asking for storytelling that crackles again, for characters who surprise us, and for a Genoa City that feels alive in every frame. So please don't play it safe. Bring back the thunder. Let the Newmans and Abbotts make us gasp again. Let love be messy, let villains be deliciously wicked, and let the soul of the young and the restless roar once more.